Welcome back to RF Coins, the ultimate destination for rare coin collectors, coin lovers, and treasure hunters just like you. If you've ever held a penny and thought, could this tiny coin be worth a fortune? Then stick around, because today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1989 Lincoln cent, a humble little penny that could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars if you're lucky enough to find the right one. Yes, you heard that right. That 1-cent coin in your pocket change from 1989 might just make you a small fortune. But how? Why? And what should you look for? Let's find out. First, let's rewind the clock and understand the origin of the 1989 Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was a historic moment, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just a symbol of liberty. This design has stood the test of time, becoming a familiar part of American life for well over a century. Fast forward to 1989, and the penny had already gone through several transformations. The wheat-back design was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and by 1982, the metal composition had changed from 95% copper to a mix of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating to cut down costs. In 1989, the Lincoln Memorial design was still used, and pennies were mostly made of zinc. But that doesn't mean they were all the same. In 1989, the U.S. Mint struck over 13 billion Lincoln cents across 3 locations, no mint mark, with over 7.2 billion coins minted identified by the small d mint mark, with around 5.3 billion coins. These were proof coins made for collectors, with about 3 million pieces struck. That's a staggering number, right? So why would any of these coins be valuable? Let's break it down. Not all 1989 pennies are equal. While most are only worth face value, certain rare errors, varieties, and proof examples have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auctions. Let's explore the key factors that drive the value sky high. This is where things get exciting. Some 1989 pennies were struck with major errors, and collectors go wild for these center strikes, coins not struck properly in the press, leaving part of the design missing. Double dies, coins that show a doubling in the letters or numbers, especially in Liberty or the date-clipped planchets. A portion of the coin is missing due to an error in the blanking process. Die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs on the coin from damaged dies. Collectors pay a premium for these because they're rare, fascinating, and often one-of-a-kind. Coins that were never used, still shiny, and in mint condition, can fetch big money, especially from coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC. A 1989 penny graded MS-68 red sold for over $2,000. That's right. A 1-cent coin that went for more than $2,000, because it was pristine, glowing red, and nearly flawless. Proof pennies with the S mint mark are highly collectible. A deep cameo proof coin with no blemishes can easily sell for $20 to $100 or more, depending on condition and market demand. Here's where you come in. You don't need to be a professional numismatist to find a valuable coin. You just need to know what to look for. Look at the mint mark, P, D, or S. Check the edges and see if they are smooth or irregular. Hold the coin under a bright light. Do the letters or numbers look doubled? Is the coin perfectly centered, or does it look balanced? Does the coin still shine like the day it was minted? If the answer is yes to any of these, you may be holding a coin worth far more than 1 cent. Now let's talk money. What are collectors paying for 1989 pennies today? One spectacular 1989 D penny graded MS-68 RD sold for over $5,000. Yes, $5,000 for a coin you might walk by on the street. That's the magic of coin collecting. If you think you have a valuable 1989 penny, what should you do? Don't clean it, ever. Cleaning can ruin its value. Use a magnifying glass to examine details, compare it with online images of known errors, get it graded by a trusted third-party grader like PCGS or NGC, consider listing it on auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections. You might ask, it's just a penny, why should I care? Because coins are more than currency. They are pieces of history. They tell stories of America's economy, politics, art, and craftsmanship. The 1989 Lincoln cent marks the end of a decade full of change, both in the world and in coin production, and for collectors, every single coin is a treasure hunt. A chance to discover something rare. Something valuable. Something hidden in plain sight. So next time you find a penny from 1989, don't toss it. Don't ignore it. Look closely. Because that small coin could be your gateway into a world of numismatic adventure, or even a big payday. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1989 Lincoln penny, smash that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the next rare coin spotlight. Have you found any rare 1989 pennies? Got questions about coin grading or errors? Drop a comment below. I read every one of them, and I love hearing from fellow collectors like you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and may your pocket change bring you gold. Welcome back to RF Coins, the ultimate place for coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Today, we're going deep into the world of the 1994 Lincoln cent, a coin that's more than just 1 cent. We're talking about its hidden value, incredible history, rare mint errors, and how some versions of this coin are selling for a jaw-dropping $585,340 in the current coin market. Grab your magnifying glass and check your coin jar, because this episode might just change the way you see the pennies hiding in plain sight. Let's start with the basics. The 1994 Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, as marked by the D mint mark under the date. This coin is part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, featuring the portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, displays the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of freedom, dignity, and the enduring legacy of one of America's greatest presidents. In 1994, the U.S. Mint struck over 7.1 billion Lincoln cents in Denver alone. That's right, billions. So why is this coin so special? Why are collectors ready to pay massive amounts of money for a coin that most people overlook? Here's where the story gets interesting. The 1994 Lincoln penny is made of copper-plated zinc, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing just 2.5 grams. It might seem ordinary, but there are several things that can turn this everyday coin into a collector's dream. First, let's talk about condition and grade. A regular 1994 penny in circulated condition is usually worth just 1 cent. But if you find one in mint state condition, especially MS67 or higher, it could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Why? Because high-grade examples are hard to find. Out of billions struck, only a handful survive in perfect condition, with full luster, no scratches, and sharp details. In 2022, a pristine 1994 Lincoln cent graded MS69 red by PCGS sold for an eye-watering $585,340 at auction. That's not a typo, over $500,000 for a single penny. This wasn't just a fluke. Coin collectors and investors are constantly on the hunt for flawless examples, and with increasing interest in numismatics, the prices just keep climbing. But there's more than just condition. Let's talk about rare errors and varieties that can multiply the value of your 1994 penny. Some of the most valuable 1994 Lincoln cents are those with minting errors. Here are the ones you want to look out for. Double die obverse. If you notice doubling on the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust, you might have a double die variety. These are rare and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the strength of the doubling. Center strike, coin struck off center, especially by more than 50%, can fetch up to $200 or more, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. Die cracks or cuds, these raised lines or blobs of metal appear when the die is damaged. Some collectors specialize in these unique flaws and are willing to pay a premium for the best examples. BIE error, a common Lincoln cent error where a small die break appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the word BIE. These are popular with collectors and can be worth $5 to $50, sometimes more for clean examples. So don't toss that odd-looking penny just yet. It could be a hidden treasure, $50 to $5,000 plus depending on type and condition. And the best part? These coins are still out there. In pocket change, old jars, inherited coin collections, and even forgotten drawers. All it takes is a little patience and a sharp eye. Use a 10x magnifier to look for doubling, off-centers, cracks, or other signs of rare errors. Heck, the color red coins, meaning they've retained their original copper color, are worth more than brown or red-brown coins. Consider grading. If you believe your coin is in excellent condition, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A certified grade can dramatically increase its resale value. Join online forums or local coin clubs. Engage with fellow collectors, share photos, and get feedback. You never know, someone might spot an error you missed. So there you have it. The 1994 D. Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with a massive story. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. With the right condition, the right error, and a little bit of luck, your ordinary-looking penny could be worth $10, $100, or even more than $500,000. Never underestimate the power of a penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to RF Coins, your trusted source for rare coin values, fascinating history, and tips to grow your coin collection. Every coin has a story, and every story could lead to treasure.